welcome to World War G, Ogden, Utah's #1 longest running podcast. I'm Troy.
No more palm fronds, Troy. Now we are the pharaohs.
I'm AJ.
Your name's just letters. You suck, AJ.
Okay, so we don't plug our merchandise much, so I wanted to do that.
Just in credits, you know?
Yeah, exactly. We just kind of quickly scroll through them. But I just put some new merchandise in the store.
Those shirts look pretty cool.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I actually have a couple things coming. So if you know anything about me, you know I'm an old school wrestling fan.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically 90s wrestling, late 90s, early 90s wrestling. And back in the day, there was the Monday Night Wars between the WWF and the WCW, competing brands, and you're either one or the other.
You had to pick a side. It's
You
like
did.
Star Wars, Star Trek kind of thing.
Yep. I was a WCW guy myself, but
Ooh.
I
don't know if we can do keep doing the podcast.
So I was trying to think of new merchandise to do, and I was thinking, well, we got the WWG. Like, what could I do with that? And I was thinking, well, wrestling, you know, like WWE. I could do something with that logo. And I was thinking, well, hang on. Back in the day, you had the NWO.
Yeah.
And their shirts are kind of cool, and that's just the 3 letters. Like, oh, perfect. So I found a font and created the look. So we got NWO inspired shirts in there. We also, just in time for 4th of July, we got some red, white, and blue flag inspired logos.
I saw those.
Yep. So you can have like mug, obviously. We got tank tops, t-shirts, buttons, hats.
They've got it all.
Yeah. All kinds of good stuff. You can even get a stuffed bear or stuffed dog with a shirt with our logo on it.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah. So hop on over to worldwarg.myspreadshop.com. I also threw in, I just remembered, I made a Stranger Things inspired logo as well.
Okay. I'm counting down the days, dude. I can't wait. I need those last 2 episodes.
We're getting closer.
Yeah.
Getting closer.
I keep seeing like on social media all these different posts and people count down like 18 days, 17 days.
Right. Yeah, so I have a Stranger Things hoodie that I ordered, and then a red and black NWO looking shirt coming.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they're not. I mean, they're a bit more expensive than the stuff you'd find in the stores, sure, but
not overly priced. Yeah.
No, they're really not like super expensive, and they're pretty high quality too. I purchased a bunch of stuff, and it's super high quality.
Oh yeah, my shirt like haven't had any issues with it. Probably washed it like a couple dozen times.
Yeah. So head over there and purchase some merch. Stick us on your body.
Aw, yeah.
Aw, yeah. All right. Let's get to Happy Death Day. These are the people of note that were born and died this day. I want to pay tribute to. Also see if AJ knows who any of these people are. I feel good about this one, though.
Okay.
I think you'll know quite a few of these people.
All right. Like, you have quite a list over there.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I have quite the list. So, born on this day, June 19th in 1897, Mo Howard.
Mo Howard.
Mo Howard.
Has he got a famous last name that I should recognize the last name?
His first name.
Mo?
Mo. It was literally the title of our episode last week.
You know how good I am with these?
Don't go full, never go full Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
He's one of the Three Stooges.
Yeah, okay. Larry, Curly, and Moe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Born in Brooklyn, New York. Obviously, he was an actor, comedian. He died in 1975.
Oh, wow, okay.
So he's been gone for a while. Also born on this day in 1916, Pat Buttram.
Oh, yeah, Buttram. We go way back, him and I. You're feeling good about this, and then all of a sudden you throw these curveballs at me. Buttram.
Pat Buttram. You may
not know the name.
You may not know the name, but I guarantee you know his voice.
Okay. Is he a voice actor?
Yeah, he is. He's been in a lot of Disney films.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah,
yep, that's him. That's one of the first impressions I ever learned to do was Pat Buttram. Criminally trigger. Point that, what do you call it? Point that pea shooter the other, or something like that.
That was off Robin Hood.
Robin Hood,
right? Yeah.
Yep. If you don't go out there, everybody everywhere will say Clint Eastwood is the biggest yellow belly in the West. Yeah.
When did he pass away?
He passed away in... Oh, I didn't look it up.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I didn't write it down.
Mike, because he'd been doing it for like a long time.
Yeah. I can look it up, but I just don't want to.
That's good.
Also, well, not really born on this day, created on this day, the Tasmanian Devil in 1954.
Ah, Taz.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
Yeah. His latest appearance was Space Jam, I think.
I don't know. I never saw it. Was he in that? I don't know.
The new one, LeBron James? Yeah, he was.
I often forget that he had... there was a great 90s cartoon about Taz and his family.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that cartoon?
Yeah.
It was great.
It was a lot of fun, like, because you actually got to see Tasmania and all of his family. Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of other, like, side characters that they'd focus on. And where's that on DVD? Is that out on DVD?
I don't think so.
That should be. If it is, I need to buy it. Also born on this day in 1978. So a little bit more recent. Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana.
Oh, come on. Come on!
Man, I'm not feeling so good.
I'm just getting more and more disappointed as we continue.
Likewise.
I thought for sure you'd know these people.
I should have known Mo. That one I'm kind of like, kicking myself about. But the other ones...
Zoe Saldana. Very popular. Very well known.
Singer?
No.
Huh.
She's an actress.
Actor, okay.
She was in Avatar, Pirates of the Caribbean, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Why do I not recognize her? Let me see. Oh! I do know her. Yeah.
She was Gamora.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in Guardians of the Galaxy.
See, I really don't... I pay attention to the end credits, not the names. Like,
Well, then you should know it, because they're in the end credits. Okay.
I was meaning like the after, the post scene.
Oh, okay. I got you. So let's move on then. Since you blew it on the ones that were born, let's see the ones who died. See if you know these people. Died on this day in 2020. I'll tell you right now, you're not going to know this guy. Ian Holm.
Watch,
yeah,
right. On my ass.
Like, oh, that guy. Oh, yeah.
Like, how the hell did you didn't get these ones? Yeah. Okay, who is this?
He was an actor.
Mm-hmm.
He played Bilbo Baggins in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
He was also in Aliens. Yeah, he died in 2020 at the age of...
2020 took a lot of good celebrities.
He did. He died at the age of 88.
Okay.
This guy you'll know.
Yes. Okay.
Because we've talked about this guy before.
Yeah.
You've brought this guy up before.
Yeah.
Died on this day in 2016. Anton Yelchin. Oh, for God's sake.
I know. No, when did he die?
2016.
2016. Anton Yelchin. Oh, yeah. He was in Star Trek.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Died at the age of 27, right? He's one of this 27 Club.
Yep.
I know. Okay. He was also like my favorite movie with him in it is Green Room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Good. I was gonna say if that was the first one, but no, you knew Taz.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
He died today too.
He died today. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Taz. Yeah, he died.
No, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, died today. Everybody knows he died on
Christmas.
No, he was
December
born on
20.
Christmas.
Born on Christmas.
Died on
April,
Easter.
Easter, yeah.
Or he rose on Easter. Whatever. I don't know. It's all fucking fairy tale anyway. 2013. Died on this day. James Gandolfini.
Mr. Feeney?
No, why would it be Mr. Feeney?
I don't know. You said Gandolfini.
Gandolfini.
Gandolfini? What's that?
James Gandolfini.
That's a mouthful. An actor.
Yes.
Booyah.
Congratulations. He was either going to be like an actor or a singer, so congratulations.
Thank you. Will I know any of his work?
Yes.
Perhaps.
Yes. He died from a heart attack at the age of 51. He was Tony Soprano in The Sopranos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never actually seen the whole series, but I'm familiar.
Me neither. Also died, and then one last one here, died on this day in 1966. Edwin.
Wynn Hotel?
No.
Damn it.
No.
Another actor.
Mm-hmm.
Booyah! I'm getting good at this, Troy. I like finishing strong here.
He's appeared in old Disney films, so I'm surprised. Well,
Apple Dumpling?
I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Thank you. At this point, are you really?
No.
Okay.
I don't know if he was in the... I don't think he was. Anyway, that's another impression that I've known how to do for a long time. He was in Mary Poppins.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He with Uncle Albert and Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good... Man, those are spot on, both of them.
Thank you. He was actually born Isaiah Edwin Leopold. Obviously, he was in
the name change?
I don't think back in the day that the name Isaiah Leopold. I don't think Hollywood or show business would have. I don't know. I think it was easier just to go by his middle name. He broke it up and it was just Edwin.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, it was a major disappointment.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You hear that, ladies?
Yeah, major disappointment. Line up, ladies. All right. So now I want to do something kind of fun.
Yes. I don't know. That's you won't tell me what it is.
No. So in this day and age of modern technology, cell phones, all that, we don't need to remember any phone numbers, right?
Right.
Don't need to remember anything. What are the phone numbers you actually remember?
My parents' home phone number, my grandparents, my best friends growing up, his phone number.
Those are the ones I remember too.
That's about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
you remember probably Joel's number, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
399-5241. That was Joel's number.
The landline. My parents wouldn't let any of us call, and especially on Saturdays, until after 10 o'clock or 10 a.m.
Right.
Too early.
Yep.
They'd get all upset. Like, let people sleep in. Saturday.
Also, you can't call too late either.
Right.
That was a rule here.
Yeah.
Yep.
After 9 o'clock.
I think it was 9.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
But see, Joel and I had a system.
Morse code. Smoke signals.
We'd set up a certain time for him to call.
Yeah.
And so the phone would like barely ring and I'd quick draw.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
So that nobody else, like your brothers or something, couldn't grab it?
Or nobody even heard it.
Oh, gotcha.
So it didn't disturb anybody.
So you knew exactly the time. It was like, ding, bing.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, call at like midnight. So I'd be sitting there like 11:59 with my hand over the phone.
1.
Yeah, so go, boop. Quick draw.
a good system.
Anyway,
Yes.
there are phone numbers that are still in use today that you can call that are kind of weird.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
So, get your phone.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm ready. Give me them weird numbers.
Let me know when you're ready.
Ready?
All right, dial this number. 1-719-266-2837.
Throw them up on speaker here. Colorado Springs is what it says.
Welcome to Collar Notes, your emergency Hall and Oates helpline. To hear one-on-one, please press 1. To hear it girl, please press 2. To hear man-eater, please press 3. To hear privatize, please press 4.
What do you want to hear?
Press 4.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, the line is called Callin' Oates.
That's awesome.
So you just call and listen to Hall & Oates music.
Wow.
I mean, in the age of like Spotify and iTunes, this is fucking pointless.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we just YouTube it.
Yeah.
That's still pretty cool.
All right.
Here's
another one. 1-336-226-1488.
Come on.
Thanks on the Graham Cinema, located 119 North Main Street, Graham, North Carolina. Admission price of the Graham Cinema is now $4 for adults and $2 for kids 12 and under, and we only accept cash. Now showing the week of June the 17th, we have two new movies. We have Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and we have The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, this is based on a video game, sequel to a movie that came out a couple of years ago. Jim Carrey plays the villain. It's rated PG. It plays
Gives you the whole synopsis.
And Saturday and Sunday at 1:30 and 7 o'clock. Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is a really good movie. I really like this one. It's sort of a meta action comedy. Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage. And he's having career trouble like a real Nicolas Cage. And he gets
come on, why are you throwing shade at Nicolas Cage like that?
Rich guy's birthday party, who's this huge fan of his, and then he gets recruited by the CIA because they think the rich guy's a...
He's like, man, we should just call him to do our reviews.
Yeah, right?
A little bit of violence. It plays every night at 9:30, and Saturday and Sunday it plays at 4 o'clock at 9:30.
Oh, we can still catch the show.
Also, it's coming Wednesday, it's June 22nd. We're continuing the $2 Summer Kids movie.
What in the world?
Yeah. So this is to hear quirky reviews of the movies currently showing at the Graham Cinema in Graham, North Carolina.
I was wondering that. It's like you said North Carolina. I'm like, where is this taking me?
Yeah. And apparently, I don't know if it's been that guy, but it's been going for a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Years and years?
Yeah.
So, like, this happens. And, like, basically, a breakdown of it.
But you hear those prices, though?
Yeah.
That's super cheap.
$4 or $2.
That's got to be just, like, some independently owned, like, podunk theater out there out of nowhere.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Got some more?
I do.
All right.
There's actually 12 of these.
Oh, wow.
We won't call it 12, obviously, but 1-202-762-1401.
You're not getting the dial tone or any of the stuff because I usually silence my phone before the podcast. Washington, D.C. Oh. There you go.
U.S. Naval Observatory Master Clock at the tone, Eastern Daylight Time, 13 hours, 57 minutes, 15 seconds.
Sounds like a metronome.
Universal Time, 17 hours, 57 minutes, 20 seconds. U.S. Naval Observatory Master Clock. At the tone, Eastern Daylight Time.
That's
13
it.
hours, 57 minutes, 30 seconds.
That's all it is.
Universal
What in the
Time,
world?
17 hours, 50.
You can just get the exact time
Yeah.
from the United States Naval Observatory in Washington, D.C.
For the most part, our phones are pretty close, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So again, another number that is completely fucking useless. But,
Yeah.
all right.
Should we do one final last one?
What, you got somewhere to be?
No. Not till like 3, actually.
No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Let's get a good one here. Hang on. I gotta wait for. Okay, let's do this one.
Okay.
1-505-842-5325.
One of the episodes would be kind of funny just to call random numbers, or like your neighbor, your phone number buddy. You ever done that before? I've texted it before, like my phone number, except for one number above or below at the very end.
Right.
And then just like, oh hey, how's it going? You know, it's pretty fun. Albuquerque, New Mexico.
That makes sense.
Roswell?
Nope.
Oh. Washington.
Hello, this is Day Spa and Nail Best in Albuquerque. This number is for Day Spa and Nail customers and future customers only. Leave a message or call back when we are open. Do not leave a message if you need a lawyer, unless you want spa and nail services first. Thank you for choosing Day Spa and Nail.
Oh geez, that's awesome.
That is the fictional Day Spa and Nail from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Better Call Saul's
Yep.
location. Yeah.
You can also call the law office of Saul Goodman.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, let's do that.
Talk me into it.
1-505-842-5662.
New Mexico again? What's a couple of rings?
You've reached Saul Goodman. Looking for phones? Well, I've got a surprise for you. The phone guy is no longer just the phone guy. I'm the law guy. Your law guy. That's right, Saul Goodman, attorney at law. You meet the law? You want the law to meet me. Leave a message after the beep. I'll get back to you before you sleep.
I'm sure they probably go through that just to play any people's like questions or phone calls.
You know, it's funny. I called that one before, and that's a completely different message.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they're like cycling through. That's interesting.
Huh.
So yeah, there you go.
Bunch of numbers you can randomly call.
Yep. I got, let's see, one up here where you can hear everything you say repeated back to you. This is an echo line used to check audio clarity and lag time. You can hear spooky stories and jokes. You can hear...
I used to text Cha-Cha so many times, like all the time.
What's Cha-Cha?
You never used it at all? Like,
Nope.
okay, you text the Cha-Cha and you'd ask it a question. It was basically like Google, but before Google.
Okay. Yeah, and this comes from Cracked, if you want to look it up. But yeah, there you go. These weird phone numbers are still in use.
Oh, you could even call Cha-Cha, yeah, to use Cha-Cha. I'm gonna see. Hold on.
Oh, now we're going down the rabbit hole. Going down the phone rabbit hole. The phone hole. What are you going to ask it?
This call may be recorded for quality assurance. We have a special promotion today for select callers. If you are over 50, please press 1 now. If not, press 2.
Yeah. No, that was the phone number to call or text Cha-Cha to be like, hey, how many feet are in a mile or this and that. You could text it whatever.
That'd be good for you. Be like, hey, who starred in
Yeah. I need Cha-Cha now. IMDb Cha-Cha.
Yep. All right. Let's get to This Week in Geek.
This weekend.
Geek.
So, Neil Patrick Harris, a celebrity that I'm familiar with. I know his work.
You know him pretty well, do you?
Yeah. Joins Doctor Who. So 4-time Emmy Neil Patrick Harris on Monday shared the first look at his character that he'll be playing on BBC's America's Doctor Who. He had this to say: "Thank you for inviting me to the Whoniverse. I'll try my hardest to do my worst." So he's going to be playing a villain on this. This doctor has no idea what's in store for him. And even if he does, who cares? Yeah. So, former How I Met Your Mother star Neil Patrick Harris is going to be playing a villain. But like when I looked at his character, okay.
Yeah, I got pulled up right here.
Yeah. That dude, he doesn't look menacing at all.
He doesn't.
Neil Patrick Harris has never been able to play a villain. Even when he was doing like a series on Netflix, that show that ran a couple of years, a series of unfortunate events, he didn't look all that menacing or terrifying. Or I haven't seen him in a villain role that would actually be...
Wasn't he also the villain in Captain Hammer with Nathan Fillion?
Dr. Horrible Sing-Along Blog?
That's what it was. Yeah. I mean, it's a British show, so he looks very British. So maybe,
even though it's an American version of it, it's still very British. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's Doctor Who,
right?
Like it's the actual show. Yeah. Apparently.
Oh, actually, okay. I correct. Like I'll have to take that back. Gone Girl. He was pretty menacing in that.
Oh, Gone Girl. That's right.
Yeah, he was pretty gnarly on that one.
Was he a villain in that?
Yeah.
He was kind of a sleazebag.
Yeah, he did some messed up things.
Yeah.
But I remember, for the most part, he's like How I Met Your Mother, series of unfortunate events, Doogie Howser, Smurfs. Yeah.
Oh, Doogie Howser, one of the worst villains in TV history.
Spider-Man, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I do like his voice acting because he did one of my favorites of all time.
Which is?
Batman Under the Red Hood.
Oh, right. He was
Nightwing. Yeah.
That's right. He's been Nightwing a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apparently the British people are not happy about this.
Really?
No.
It's just feeling too Americanized?
Yeah.
Or they're just
they
throwing in
don't want an American actor in there.
Yeah.
Which
right.
I get it.
I do, because like I want my James Bond English.
Right. Sean Connery was Scottish.
Yeah.
Regardless.
But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Across the pond. I want my James Bond from across the pond. There we go.
Yep. Yeah, so it says it's supposed to be like the worst villain he's ever faced, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I have no dog in this fight because I've never seen one episode of Doctor Who, so.
Yeah. I think I've only seen maybe 2 or 3, if that. Yeah.
It just doesn't. It's for children. I say as I've got a shelf full of toys, but. All right. So this is interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised it's taken this long for this to happen. Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola are teaming up to bring the classic cocktail to cans.
That's like a match made, that's like peanut butter and jelly kind of thing. Yeah, chocolate and peanut butter.
It is the peanut butter and jelly of alcohol drinks.
Yeah.
It happens to be my personal favorite.
It's a good one.
I love Jack and Coke.
Moscow Mule for myself.
Yeah?
Nice.
Ooh, classy.
Yeah. I love ginger ale, and it's...
Sure.
Yeah.
Is the Moscow Mule one that's in the copper cup?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Delicious.
Maybe it's simply because Prohibition is now clearly 1 century into our rear view, but mainstream brands seem to be more willing to embrace alcohol in recent years. From Dunkin' collaborating on branded beers or Oreo working with Barefoot on a wine, the stigma of getting boozy isn't what it once was. And now even soft drink brands aren't afraid to go the hard route, like PepsiCo's Mountain Dew releasing 5% ABV versions of their signature sodas. Really?
Really? Okay.
I sense a taste test in the future.
Oh, yeah.
And Coca-Cola's Fresca launching a line of canned cocktails.
Fresca is going to do it as well?
Apparently.
Peach schnapps and Fresca. Oh, my hell.
Good stuff?
Good stuff.
Okay. So today, we finally got an announcement which probably should have been no-brainer for a long time. Brown-Forman, the spirits company behind Jack Daniels, and the Coca-Cola company are finally teaming up to release canned cocktail versions of an official Jack and Coke. Yeah.
Taste test for sure.
Both regular and zero sugar versions will eventually be released globally, but the new drink will debut in Mexico. Mexico? Why did they get it first?
Wait, when is it going to debut exactly? Because I might be pretty close to Mexico. That could just.
It says towards the end of the year.
Oh. No, it's in August, 1st of August.
The brands say most of these canned cocktails will be 5% alcohol by volume, but that may vary depending on the market.
5% is pretty standard for a lot of these. So yeah,
there you go.
That'd be so nice. Just crack open a Coca-Cola and
on a nice hot day.
Don't even have to mix it up.
Get a little boozy. Get a little buzz going on.
From one caffeinated drink to alcoholic, but caffeinated drink to another, G Fuel, they're having problems over there. So 7 G Fuel partners and talent managers have been fired. What ended up happening is one of the higher ups, he said, the person in question allegedly called some of the members lazy motherfuckers, as well as said some racially slurs. They never went into what he exactly said, but those 7 individuals, they went to the HR department and said, hey, on this conference call, we didn't really appreciate him going off on us like this, and they were let go.
HR departments are fucking useless.
They honestly are. No, that's why I left one of my other jobs is over them.
Yeah, that's why I've left a couple of mine.
Yeah.
Because I've gone with legit complaints, and they've protected the people instead of doing anything about it.
Exactly. It makes you wonder how many people could be potential whistleblowers for these bigger corporations, but they're just kind of, let go. Here's your severance package. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll tell you,
we're too big to fail.
I'll give you one of my examples.
Yeah.
I worked for, and I'm not afraid to call them out, Young Automotive.
Okay.
I was a driver for a long time.
Delivering the parts. Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
I got into a wreck. I wanted to come inside in the warehouse for a while, which I did. So I was pulling some parts, and my back issues, right?
Yeah.
Well documented, by the way, at Young.
Yeah.
They knew my back issues.
Yeah.
So my back was kind of acting up, so I went to this back room, and I was kind of stretching out, relaxing the back.
Yeah.
Well, one of the brown-nosing employees saw me go back there, thought I was just being lazy, called the 2 managers in there. They come and find me and think that I'm just slacking off. And I'm like, no, I have back issues. I was just stretching it out.
Yeah.
Next day, I was fired.
No way.
For wasting company time.
Seriously.
Yeah. So they fired me for a fucking medical issue.
Yeah.
So I immediately went to HR.
Right.
Told them everything that happened. A month later, that HR guy was gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Still protecting the company?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if he was fired or he quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was gone.
My buddy, that's why my landlord, Kelly, he worked for Young, and he'd worked there for about 10 plus years.
Yeah.
And then he left, and he came back and worked there 2 years, and then they just let him go for no reason. He's like, whatever. I don't need this job or whatever. But still, I don't know. Young's pretty shady.
They are shady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's they play favorites, and then if you're not one of their favorites, then They don't really care about you.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's why I thought it was kind of crazy. Like, with so many people, because G Fuel, I know they're trying to become like the gamer's choice of, they're trying to take over where Mountain Dew once was, sat atop. They're giving them other options and trying to get all these like famous streamers and anybody that they possibly can. But it doesn't seem like G Fuel has that big of a, like, Dick. I don't know how many. No, I don't know how many like people that they have on their team.
Right.
That they can really afford to like drop 7 people like it's hot.
Yeah, they don't seem like a huge company.
No. And then they've since like blown up all over on Twitter. People are coming out about this. They don't even care, and they're just like, so G Fuel wants to ban us. Like he even got banned from Twitter from their account. And yeah, they're trying to cover it up and trying to save face, but I foresee a huge lawsuit on their hands.
Yeah.
For wrongful termination.
Yeah.
For sure. Especially where it's not just one individual, where it happens to be like a whole group of them. They're getting rid of a lot of partners too. Yeah. High enough for them.
I'm trying to see some stats for G Fuel. See how big of a company they are.
Yeah.
G Fuel.
See how big their actual team or their reach is. Because I know they rely heavily on social influencers and YouTubers and stuff.
Right. Hook us up, G Fuel.
I know.
I mean, yeah, you guys seem like dicks, but
like hook us up, like.
So G Fuel.
Like, this episode brought to you by G Fuel. This is what keeps us awake.
We make sure that we're not lazy motherfuckers by drinking G Fuel.
Ooh, all right. Huh? Spin it around. I like it.
Let's see. G Fuel's revenue in 2021-2022 ranges between 50 million and 100 million.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a lot, but in the big scheme of things of a big company, it's really not.
It's not one of the Fortune 500s, no.
Calculated on a gross merchandise, e-commerce company, so we expect G Fuel valuation to be in the range between 50 and 150 million. So really not that big of a company. So you're right. They may not be able to afford to lose these people.
Yeah.
And if they have a case and they end up going to court, they could sue and potentially own this company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually turn it like the direction that they want to go with it. Because I feel like those people yeah, they would have like a big enough claim to do something.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see like what happens in the coming days.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to kind of keep up on this and see what transpires. I said that weird. Transpires. I said like transpires. Trans vampires. That's what those are. Transpires. So you know me.
I had a huge joke. I had a joke, but I didn't want to say it. So yeah.
All right. I love a good fossil story.
Yes.
Anytime a fossil story comes across my virtual desk, I always pull it. So, this was interesting. There is a 30 million year old praying mantis that was found preserved in pristine piece of amber. This is Jurassic Park shit.
I was thinking the same thing when I saw that. I'm like, can we extract the DNA?
Right? But here's the thing, though. It appears mantises have not changed that much in 30 million years.
Seriously?
It basically looks the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Embedded within a clear piece of amber, a small praying mantis sits at attention, frozen forever in time. The piece, which measures just slightly over 1 inch tall, was sold via heritage auctions for $6,000 in 2016. That's not that much.
No.
$6,000?
I can buy that.
I have that much on my credit card. I could, The pristine piece of amber, which comes from the Dominican Republic, gives a rare view of this incredible mantis. So, let me see. Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, and there's a couple close-up pictures of it, like, other than maybe its coloring, like, it looks like it has maybe some, like, different patterns on its body and everything, it basically looks like today's modern praying mantis.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of wondered that a little bit when they showed us from Jurassic Park the mosquito. I'm like, I always imagine the mosquitoes being like ginormous.
They were probably bigger, and I bet this mantis was bigger than your usual or today's mantis. But
yeah, as far as like legs and everything else go, it looks pretty
much the same.
Yeah.
Heritage auctions date this piece in question to the Oligocene period, placing it anywhere from about 23 million to 33.9 million years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does it say that it's going back up on auction?
It
for the podcast.
Yeah, right.
His big ass rock just chilling there beside us.
Right.
Like for good luck, you just like tap it, you know.
Go fund me.
Yes, to purchase this. Whew, that's a great idea. If it comes back up on auction, we'll start a GoFundMe for it.
Yeah, but if you want to check it out, you can go to mymodernmet.com and you can find it there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool.
This next story is brought to us by CNN. Netflix smash hit Squid Games, a fictional South Korean series of schoolyard games, contestants playing in schoolyard games that will kill them if they lose, is now becoming a Netflix show.
Reality show, right?
Yeah, I'd put it up on there. It's called Squid Games, The Challenge. You can still go in and submit your application if you want to join. They're going to have 456 competitors competing for $4.56 million.
Now, for the record, if you lose, you don't get murdered.
No.
Yeah. Although I would watch the fuck out of that if that was the case.
I so would. And I think that like Squid Games could be a reality. Well, okay, I could see it happening maybe in like 50 years.
Let's get like,
because I've seen some crazy ass game shows.
Yeah, let's get like death row inmates.
Yeah,
to compete in real life Squid
Games. Hey, you get your life sentence reduced in half.
Yeah,
or like you get out next week if you.
They get their sentence reduced if they win.
Yeah, for every like round that they win, they get like 10 years knocked off.
But to make sure nobody cheats, they go back to their cells after the game.
Right. Yeah. I'd watch the hell out of that show.
The fuck out of that.
Yeah.
See inmates get plowed down by machine guns if they lose. Hell yeah.
That's not a bad idea. They did have like just a little teaser trailer from it, and it's basically footage from Squid Games, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I know Mr. Beast actually, because he posted about it as well, and he said, "Hey Netflix, like, look how many billions of views I got on my video that I did of like a real life Squid Game. Let me be a contestant." So he'd kind of like put in his 2 cents about it, because he has made like millions of dollars off that video, that one YouTube video.
He has. So,
but is this? I was gonna say, but is this too little, too late?
No, because I mean they got another season coming,
right?
So if they kind of coordinate,
kind of coincide, yeah, it could work.
So when you sent me this article, I tried to apply.
Yes.
But I was at work at the time, and
wasting company time.
Yeah, pretty much. And you have to submit, like, put in all your information.
Yeah.
But then you have to submit like several videos and headshots and stuff like that. And if you wanna compete, but
so this one and also The Circle are the only 2 game shows, like TV game shows, that you've ever applied for.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. I
think you'd be good in The Circle. I
think so too.
No, like legit. Yeah, you'd be like. I don't think that you would play yourself. I think that you would.
I'd play the GF.
The GF. Yeah.
I'm practically in The Circle anyway. In my day-to-day life, just being down here.
Yeah.
Like it's me by myself in front of my computer, talking to myself eventually. So I'm living the real life circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd love to go on that. I'd love to. Man, that's what I should start doing. I should start applying for like game shows. See if I can get on.
Randomly, yeah.
That'd be fun. Just be like, oh, sorry, I can't we can't record this week. I'm flying to California to be on Price is Right or something like that.
Are there any other game shows? I think I would like Deal or No Deal. That'd be pretty.
If it was still on.
Yeah. I always loved to watch that one. That was one of my favorites.
I'd like to do Family Feud.
Ooh.
That's always... I'd love to sign up my family to do Family Feud.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Think they'd actually do it?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've talked to a few of them. They said, yeah, that'd be fun.
We should just start applying for all sorts of different ones.
We should.
I like this.
So this one was surprising. There is a Lord of the Rings spin-off series coming.
Yeah.
Starring Jon Snow, Kit Harington, and it's currently being developed at HBO. Get ready to go back to the world of Game of Thrones with a familiar face, as Kit Harington will likely be returning to HBO airwaves as Jon Snow once again. According to the report from The Hollywood Reporter, a live-action Game of Thrones spin-off series is in development that will focus on Jon Snow. It will focus on Snow's adventures after Game of Thrones, which saw him exiled from Westeros, now journeying outside the Wall with wildlings. Snow has to start a new life outside of the only world he has known.
I always thought it was really weird at the end of the series, spoilers, where he goes back to the Wall.
I was going to say.
And, goes over into their territory.
He was just basically, he was a man in black again, right? Mm-hmm. He went back to the Wall.
Yeah, to be with the wildlings.
Yeah.
Go live with them.
It's interesting.
Are they going to have some sort of a threat? Are there still White Walkers? What's the...
I mean, I think all the White Walkers are dead.
Right. You kill them all.
Because that's good. That's a convenience we got to tie up real quick.
Yeah.
Or that's a thread we got to tie up real quick.
I feel like they could go on a smaller level. It'd be like Game of Thrones meets Vikings.
Yeah.
Where you'd have a lot of wildlings that are all jockeying for who's actually the rightful heir and who should be our leader, and
that'd be fun.
We're not going to support them, kind of a deal. So you could maybe have 3 or 4, maybe not quite so many. So wouldn't be as grand as Game of Thrones, but kind of on a smaller level. That could be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we don't know their ways as well, as but they've kind of established how it is, the hierarchy, the pecking order, and everything else in Game of Thrones. But these guys, they're a little bit more wild and unknown.
Yeah, what they need to do is completely distance themselves from the Game of Thrones main story, because people really hated that last season.
If it's going to do well or have a chance at all, would you occasionally throw in Peter Dinklage?
I wouldn't even do that.
Really?
That's
he's
a
fan favorite, though.
He is. He is. What I would do, I'd be if Game of Thrones was all in the family, then this one should be like the Jeffersons.
Yeah.
Yes, the Jeffersons spun from that show, but you would never know it.
Right.
Because there was never any crossover.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they need to do.
That's probably a safer bet. Yeah, for sure.
Because people are so soured on that last season.
Mm-hmm. And the directors or the producers or whatever in the first one, are they having anything to do with it?
I hope not.
Right? Honestly. They'll be like, oh, Netflix offered us something else. Hey, let's wrap this up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
One more season. But, hey, they'll be extra long episodes, so it'll be worth your time.
So it'll be worth it.
Yeah.
None of the continuity is going to make any sense, and we're completely going to forget most of the stuff that we set up in these past 6 seasons, but whatever.
Right.
Hurry and get it out. Yeah, fuck.
I get pissed off just thinking about it.
So do I.
Because I loved it, and I waited. It's not so bad. I don't think it would be so bad is for for the GF for you, where she watched it after it had already come out, so she could watch all the episodes. But where we had to wait a year or more, just for a season, and you're like, come on, when's the next season? When's the next episode? Oh, that was the last episode, and then for it to end like that, it hurt worse.
No, GF thought it was total bullshit.
Really?
She's like, Bran?
Yeah.
Is the king? What the fuck?
He's like, I see. Why do you think I was here in the first place?
Yeah. She's like, that just made no fucking sense.
No. They were much better people.
Yeah. Yep.
Did she say who she wanted to see? on the throne?
No. She really liked Khaleesi.
Mm-hmm. Until she went batshit crazy.
Yeah,
which seemed a little out of character. Yeah, I get that, like, who her father and her ancestors were, but
yeah, she's a Targaryen, so she kind of has madness baked in,
right?
But she never showed any signs of that. Really?
When she burned that dude with like those little when the dragons were smaller.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, there was a couple of scenes that she like did some pretty messed up shit.
But
like,
that was really satisfying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah, like that motherfucker needs to burn. Boom.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But then she went from 0 to 60.
Oh, 100%. She's like, all right, I'm just going to burn it down. Like,
she went from free everybody to just kill the motherfuckers.
Yeah. So, with Juneteenth being tomorrow, Halo, a little bit ago, released a new nameplate and plaque, which it does feature black or red, black, and green colors from the African flag. But the only problem with this is that they named this skin and everything else that you could get with it Bonobo.
Yeah.
Which is like a monkey, chimpanzee.
Isn't a bonobo a monkey?
Yeah. So I'm like, that seems a little like insensitive, especially with Juneteenth is a federal holiday marking the end of slavery in the United States, you know? And yeah, to commemorate this holiday, that's what 343 Industries like put out. They quickly retracted it and did like an update. But it just seems like, why would you let that one slip? Or why, like,
right?
How did it get through so many?
So the Juneteenth nameplate palette, as seen in the image above, sports a red, black, and green colors of the Pan-African flag.
Right.
Which represent the blood, soil, and prosperity of the African people. Awesome. The real problem is the palette's name.
Yeah.
Bonobo.
Yep, which is a type of grave ape.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Nobody thought. There was not anybody in that development meeting, not an intern that raised a hand and like,
maybe it's not a good idea. Like,
are we sure on that name?
Yeah, are we set on that? Is that like set in stone?
Yeah.
Like,
y'all married to that? Because that could be a problem.
They went on to say, like, so this comes from Bonnie Rose. She tweeted this out. She's over 343 and part of Microsoft. She's like, we were made aware of the plaque. Let's see. Opting for Juneteenth emblem that contained a term that was offensive and hurtfelt. The team immediately addressed the issue via an update. We are a studio and a franchise which is committed to including blah 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 inclusivity, where everyone is welcome to and supported to be their true selves. On behalf of 343, I apologize for making a celebrated moment a hurtful moment.
That was written very well by their lawyers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Like, please switch that.
I mean, it's just it's.
Could they have still released that because it is the newest federal holiday?
Sure. I mean, release the skin. That's
remember how we were talking about this just a couple of weeks ago with like Walmart doing this as well?
It's still.
It's a huge trend.
Yeah, it's a little problematic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but if you're going to do it, fine. But the name.
Yeah.
It's like when Pride Month rolls around and like all of a sudden every store everywhere it's like, we're gay too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just for them jumping on the bandwagon and trying to make a couple extra bucks.
Yeah, and with people doing it now, it's or with Juneteenth, it's kind of they're saying, we're black too. Like, no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm,
yeah.
Mm-mm. Don't do that. Okay.
How would they, because I know that it's just like people wanting to capitalize on the holiday, but how would you be able to handle not just this, but like in general, something tasteful on that holiday. Perhaps like Netflix features more black shows.
Sure. Black creator shows.
Yeah.
Starring black actors.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, I think the whole selling of the merchandise is kind of a big issue.
Yeah. Well, unless you were to feature more, like have a lot of like black business owners or something, do something for them, kind of a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna go out on a guess here that Studio 343, probably not a whole lot of black people in that management.
Yeah.
As just a guess. But from one video game to another, this video game's right up my alley.
Yeah.
Stray, the video game you play as a cat, releases in July. Who want to spend time going on quests as a ginger cat wearing a backpack? Starting July 19th, we all can thanks to a new sci-fi video game, Stray. The latest trailer includes incredible graphics of the stray kitty exploring a neon-lit cityscape. The game from Blue 12 Studio will be available for PC and PlayStation 4 and 5. It's included for PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium members.
It looks awesome. I've seen some like footage and stuff on it, and I've seen like they've had other on Steam. They've had other similar games, but the landscape visually, like this one looks awesome. I was trying to pull up any of Blue 12 Studios to see which other games they've done.
And I mean, I love this, that you can just be a cat and just wander around. That's awesome.
Yeah, to actually go explore this city. That's because they always find cats are very stealthy, and they always find like cool, intricate ways to get from point A to point B, kind of a deal. They maneuver, and it'll be interesting to see how they actually capture that. If they had what they had to do to actually get footage of a cat like walking. I'm sure put the little dots on the cat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Run around.
Yeah. I'm sure they had like a motion capture cat and had him jump around, and
it'll be interesting. Like, okay, because with a lot of the times with like humans where people
scratches himself. Oh man, that's cute. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
So how like with humans, occasionally it's really off-putting for people when you see a human that's not quite like an AI that's not quite human, and you can tell.
Yeah.
I think it'd be kind of like off-putting if it looks kind of like a cat, but it doesn't do some of the mannerisms the same way that they do.
Yeah.
That some of the people will be like, it was all right.
Yeah. Then you have like Socks the cat from the Lightyear film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who's just a robot, which we'll get to here shortly. But
yes.
Yeah, that looks fun.
Yeah. Are we ready for our Revs and Recs?
I guess so. Let's get to our Revs and Recs. I didn't quite stick the landing there. I was trying to think of what to do, and it just kind of fizzled out.
You did not land on your feet when you fell.
I was not like a cat, no.
One of the movies the movie that I saw this week is after Troy's review of it. I went and seen Top Gun.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I
Pretty
thought
good.
I thought they did a fantastic job. It made me laugh a little bit because Tom Cruise, he's a shorter dude, and standing up against all these other people, they had to have done, like, they purposely with the camera, like, tilted it and made it look like a little bit taller. Okay, that scene where he jumps out of the house and, like, lands on his feet, like when the daughter comes home. He looks over, like, okay, you see him land, and you see that the windowsill is, like, 2 feet above him or whatever. Right. And then all of a sudden, the girl looks at him, and he's standing there, and it's, like, chest level. Right, he's looking back at there. I'm like, okay, I see what you did there.
Tricky. Yeah.
But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I liked how they kind of did a little bit, like, flashbacks, and he was kind of... even like including Val Kilmer, I thought was like a really smart move. And I felt like legit. I don't know if it was just the theater that we were in, but it was really loud and like seats were shaking and stuff, and you felt like you were in the middle of the action, like it was happening, kind of deal. That would be one of the few ones that I would probably want to see it with like a D box seat where it actually like moves.
Now there's what's the theaters called? 4DX.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's basically like the theaters you can go to in like Disneyland. They'll like spray stuff in your face.
Oh yeah, that could be really cool.
Apparently, this one is the movie to see.
Yeah,
4DX is Top Gun. Yeah, I don't even know if there's a 4DX theater around here.
The story was like the only thing that I thought was kind of like, I know it was just like for eye candy, but I thought it was weird because they were playing a weird game of football.
Yeah.
Where it's like offense and defense at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, this was just an opportunity for them to, which was really funny because that scene, they legit like were in the gym until like midnight, working out, pumping out, and then all like you haven't eaten anything but like broccoli and chicken for a couple and rice for a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden, like before it, this is also what Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth would do is they'd eat like candy, you know, or even what's his bucket from Aquaman.
Jason
Momoa, like where he chugged a couple of Guinnesses just to like get some sugar in your body, just like sucks it up, and then like your veins pop. Yeah, they purposely were there at the gym, and then it's really funny is because this wasn't one of our stories, but I was trying to find the article. But what happened is they filmed that football scene, and then they all went out to like celebrate and to eat tater tots and like milkshakes, and they just like went to town like eating because they hadn't like had a real good food in like a long time.
Right.
And then Tom Cruise wasn't like happy with it, so they had to refilm it.
They had to go do it again.
Yeah. Like, oh man. Yeah, people were like legit also getting. I almost sent this article. People were getting like PTSD from it because what would happen is the director, what he wanted to do is do shirts and skins, and they're like, "Hey, dude, like we've been working our asses off to like look good, like, and then can I please be one of the ones that like don't get to take their shirt off?" And yeah, so there was people that were like all upset about this. So then they changed the scene to where everybody gets to take their shirt off. Yeah, it was pretty dang funny. But I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Yeah, it was fantastic. Out of 5 jets, I think I'm at a 4 with this one.
Nice.
Yeah, I liked it. I don't know, it made me want to go back and watch the original one, but I've heard it's like kind of trash.
It is.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, I don't know if maybe you'd appreciate the sequel more if you saw the first one.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So I was hopping around HBO Max.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the streaming ones I don't watch that often.
Right.
I was like, well, let's see what's out there. And I saw the Harley Quinn.
Come across the night of?
No.
Okay, Harley Quinn. Yeah.
The Harley Quinn cartoon. And I'm like, well, I'll check it out. Because it's like rated R, basically. It's really like an adult-themed cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll check it out. I really liked it. I binged the entire first season, like just sitting there.
Seen the first season, kind of fell off the bandwagon. I don't think I've gone back and watched any others.
That's really interesting because it seemed to me like that'd be a cartoon you'd really enjoy.
I did. I think I just didn't care for some of the characters, the side characters, and they went off on. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was like I was watching something else. But I was just like, it's okay. I can take it or leave it.
Yeah, I think it's really funny. You have Kaylee Cuoco as Harley Quinn. You have Lake Bell as Poison Ivy. Oh, shoot. Who else is in here?
They get rid of the Joker pretty quickly. I know he makes a couple of other appearances. But
he's in the entire first season.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn. Hang on. Harley Quinn cast. Yeah, so you have Kaylee Cuoco's Harley Quinn, Alan Tudyk, Lake Bell, Diedrich Bader, Tony Hale, Ron Funches, Jason Alexander, Vanessa Marshall, J.B. Smoove as Frank the Plant. Giancarlo Esposito as Lex Luthor. Wayne Knight as the Penguin. Christopher Maloney as James Gordon. This has a stellar cast.
Yeah.
Really good cast. What I like about it is they're not taking all this seriously. Like, it's Batman set in Gotham, but it's a very much more of a comedic take on it.
Yeah, they paint Batman in a not so good light.
Same with Jim Gordon. Like, he's this horrible alcoholic detective whose marriage is falling apart.
Yeah.
He sucks as a cop because he's always relying on Batman to do everything. It's great. I think it's a really fun show. Not for kids.
No, definitely not.
Because they're dropping fucks left and right. And it's uber violent, but it's funny as shit. I really, really like it. And they go deep, too. Like, they get...
Some of the deep cuts.
Oh, yeah.
Calendar Man, busting them out, yeah.
Queen of Fables. Like, they go really deep into DC's characters. A few I had to look up. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I had to go and look them up, and yeah, but it's really fun. And I didn't think I'd like it because I don't like Harley Quinn as a character really at all.
Mm-hmm. And you hated The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. So I shouldn't like this show.
No.
And that is my one complaint. I wish it was Tara Strong,
right,
doing Harley Quinn. But you got to get a name. Whatever.
Right.
But yeah, that's my only complaint. But yeah, it's good. It's fun.
Out of.
Well, I finished the entire first season, so
Yeah.
I'll just review that. Out of 5 baseball bats, I'm at like a solid 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really entertaining.
Maybe I'll have to go back and give it a chance.
I think so.
Yeah.
Now it is pretty quote unquote woke. There's a lot of underlying like feminist stuff, LGBTQ stuff. So if that scares you, you may not want to watch it. But anyway, it's a very liberal show. I'll say that.
Yeah.
And then what I saw Friday. Lightyear.
I sent you a text. I thought it was kind of funny that, like, I was just like, oh, yeah, so you saw Lightyear. What'd you think of it? You're like, I'll save it for the podcast. Don't want to, like, blow my whole load here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, sometimes I think the same way, and we'll even be talking about it before, like, the episode starts. We'll be talking about something, and then it's just like, ooh, I'll save that for the podcast kind of a deal. I mean...
It's the curse of the geek podcaster.
It really is. It really is. Yeah, because you want that first impression, that first reaction. You know.
Yeah, I mean, we want to obviously talk about these things with each other, but we have to wait and do it on the podcast.
Exactly.
So, Lightyear is interesting. So basically, the premise is Lightyear is the movie that 10-year-old Andy saw in 1995 that became his favorite movie, and that's when his mom gets him the action figure for his birthday, which sets up the Toy Story films. So this is that movie that he saw.
Right.
So Buzz Lightyear, he's a space ranger, and he ends up getting awakened from hypersleep because he's traveling in this giant ship, and they're looking for like inhabitable planets. So one is found, which wakes him up. He goes to that planet. Turns out it's not that inhabitable. He tries to escape. He ends up crashing and marooning everybody on this planet. So a year later, he's ready to try this test flight again to see if they can get
off the ground.
Yeah, get off the ground, get the formula right for the crystallic fusion so they can get hyperdrive and get off this planet. And that's basically not really the premise of the film, but that's the main setup. This is a really, really good movie. It's really fun. And not just...
Really?
Yeah. not just if you're a Toy Story fan, which I am. I'm a diehard Toy Story fan. But if you are a fan of action movies, if you're a fan of Pixar, if you're a fan of super slick sci-fi movies, this comedy movies, comedic movies, this is the movie you should go see. It's like, it almost was like if Buzz Lightyear was an MCU character and this is his origin movie.
I like that they have Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Very appropriate.
Yeah, so I mean that's what it felt like. It felt like a superhero film. It just happened to have Buzz Lightyear in it.
I noticed in like all the commercials they've kind of like shied away from showing Zurg. Is that for good reason?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't want to give anything away, but what I liked about it is one of the main things was it shows you some really interesting sci-fi ideas. And the main
seen before?
Well, we've seen them in like Interstellar.
Okay.
So the main one being that when Buzz takes these test flights, and what he does is he has to slingshot around. He goes off the planet, slingshot around the sun, and then come back and try to hit hyperdrive without the fuel failing. And every time he does that, it's 4 minutes for him, but it's 4 years for the people on the planet before he gets back.
Yeah.
So there's this really cool montage that lasts like 3 or 4 minutes of him failing, coming back, trying it again, failing, coming back, trying it again. And you see that...
So that makes sense why he your grandmother and I used to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So it's really cool because you see his crew, the people you know, start getting older and older. They're getting married, they're having kids.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Still a bachelor doing this thing.
He's still staying the same age, and then that one mission he comes back and everybody's gone.
Oh geez.
Yeah. So what was only basically a week in his life was actually 70, 80 years for everybody else.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a really trippy idea, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
And so when he does eventually come back and he actually, spoilers, well, not really spoilers, figures it out. He then comes back to basically this robot invasion, and that, enters Zurg, and the story kicks off.
Yeah.
What I just told you was like the first 30 minutes of the film.
Okay.
So, not giving too much away. But man, it's really fun. This is Pixar going back to form. Like, this isn't a movie about an adolescent girl finding her feelings,
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Which they have their place.
Right.
Inside Out is probably one of the greatest films that come along in the last 25 years. But, let's do other things.
Yeah, let's mix it up a little bit.
Let's mix it up. This is what it is.
Well, it feels like they find something that works, and then they do 5 or 6 films of the same thing.
Yeah. But this is like going back to their roots. Like, this is going back to like The Incredibles, A Bug's Life, Monsters Inc. Like, just this one film that has a solid story, solid characters, that's just pure entertainment. This is what this film is.
Can you now see why Andy wanted a Buzz Light toy?
Yes.
Action figure?
Because I wanted one too as soon as I left that theater.
Really?
Even though I have 2, I need to get another one.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I have so that Buzz there is from Toy Story, right? There's the movies.
Yeah.
That Buzz up there is from the Disney multiverse.
Oh, okay.
And then, so now there's another Buzz from this movie that I need to get.
So you can have all 3.
So I have all the Lightyears.
Gotcha.
But the cast, you have Chris Evans, of course, as Buzz Lightyear. Taika Waititi as Mo Morrison. You have Keke Palmer as Izzy Hawthorne. Let's see, who else would you know? Oh, Bill Hader's in it. I didn't know he was in that.
You're talking to me, right? Are you talking to the...
I was talking to people listening.
Oh, gotcha.
So, pretty much there's a bunch of people that you've never heard of.
Does Bill Hader play Zurg?
No.
Okay.
Bill Hader plays a rookie
Because I do like him. Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Hader's funny. He's not in it much though, unfortunately. But anyway,
Out of what?
Out of 5,
light years. Cats.
Robotic cats. That's one of the best parts. Is Socks the cat.
Really?
That little robot cat.
Yeah.
He's great. Yeah, I would give it. I'm at like a 4.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's.
I want to go see it again. Like,
really?
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just good. Like it's just solid entertainment. Like there's nothing you have to think about. There's no deeper morals or anything. It's just solid entertainment, and that's what I want from Pixar.
And they delivered.
But people are boycotting it because it's not Tim Allen. Like, fuck you.
Like, if they got it, they'd realize that it wasn't Tim Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tim Allen is the toy.
Yes.
And
Tim Allen is the toy that is based on this movie.
Right.
So in the world of Toy Story, you had this actor playing Buzz Lightyear, and then you had the toy, and then anyway.
Yeah.
It gets very convoluted once you think of it. Because in Toy Story 2, Tom Hanks actually played Woody from Woody's Roundup. So why wouldn't then Tim Allen play Buzz Lightyear from this movie?
Yeah.
It's... But my point is, people boycotting it because it's not Tim Allen is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Because maybe Disney didn't want to participate anymore with Tim Allen because he's a right-wing nut job. But that's just my guess. Anyway, and then one last thing here. One last recommendation, I guess it would be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
Yes.
This is a new video game that's going back to the old school arcade Ninja Turtle video games. It's a new story, but basically the same story that we've seen many times. But it's like you're playing an old school. It's like you're playing Turtles in Time, or one of those arcade games.
That's what they said. A lot of the levels are based off of other installments.
Yeah.
There's a couple of new levels. What was one in particular? Oh, like the streets. Like that was kind of a new one.
Yeah.
You have 16 different levels to choose from?
I think so. I'm not deep into it right now.
They do have like 2 different modes where you can play it from start to finish, and I've heard that takes about 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
And then they have another world mode where you can go around, and this is more if you're a completionist and you want to get all the trophies and all the hidden Easter eggs and everything else in the game. The thing that I liked about it from the footage that I watched on it is it showed the characters. They all were unique. Like whether it's the way that Mikey runs or Raphael always has like a mean glare on his face kind of a deal. And also like Michelangelo, he can jump on these other characters and knock them down where other guys can't. But then you've got like Donatello that's got can reach across the screen.
Yes. So.
Oh yeah, that was it. Raphael, he can body slam.
So if we get arcade mode going, I'll pick Michelangelo.
Yeah,
because I never played Michelangelo,
no.
So see how that goes. I haven't played arcade mode yet. Hey, what's the news? We can skip that. A little bit of a story here.
I think we can maybe throw this up one of these days, like on our YouTube channel, where we just play through the whole game.
Yeah,
you can have up to 6 players. That's what's crazy.
Yes,
playing at one time. And what they'll do is they'll throw in more bad guys, obviously, for the more players that you have.
Yeah, and so what's cool is, just like you were saying, each turtle has a different fighting style.
Right.
Like the way they use their weapons.
They do have kind of similar power up. Oh, and that's what's also cool is the power up. Once you charge it all the way up, it stays. So you can use it whenever.
Right.
So that kind of changes your gameplay to where you're wanting to be more, not get hit. But you can also do these 50 plus hit combos.
Yeah, because when you beat a Foot Clan or a Foot member, you can keep hitting them before they explode.
Yeah.
So you potentially, you can you can go up to however many hits you want to do. Anyway, return to the main menu here. But
you can either play as the 4 original ones. They also have April, and then they have Master Splinter.
Splinter, yep. I think Casey Jones sometime eventually.
They might throw him in.
Yeah.
They should.
Yeah.
That'd be stupid if they didn't.
But I
would much rather play as like Casey than April. I don't know.
Right?
Yeah. Like I could see April falling in to like help you and assist you throughout the way, but I've never thought of her as like a fighter.
Yeah.
Compared to, a hockey player.
So I downloaded mine on my Switch.
Yeah.
I only paid like $20 for it. I think it's like 25 or so, but I had a few credits that I was able to use.
Mm-hmm.
But I was disappointed because I didn't get my free pizza.
Right. But then again, I was looking at all the prices for a game, GameStop and everywhere else. Yeah, it's closer to about like $34 to like $40.
Yeah.
So you're paying for the pizza.
You're paying for the pizza.
But that's a great deal for a game that you can like go back and play again and again.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're an old school Ninja Turtle fan, fan of those old games, this is what it is. It's just slightly
side scroller.
Yep, side scroller.
Mm-hmm.
Just slightly updated. But
that's what they need to do with like those old school games. Mm-hmm. If they want to bring them into now and let other people play them again, is do it that way. They knocked it out of the park.
I want them to bring back the old Simpsons arcade game.
Oh, yeah.
I loved that game.
Same. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Especially, I would always play as Bart so I could use my skateboard to hit people.
Yeah.
He was the best player to play as. And then, like, you'd get to those places where you'd have to blow up the Krusty balloon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times.
Maybe update, like, Golden Axe. Some of those other ones.
Yeah.
We beat Golden Axe and Alien pretty quickly at Nickelcade.
That's right, we did.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but maybe this will start a trend.
Hopefully.
All right. That's going to do it for this episode. If you're a member of our Patreon, head over there to listen to our DLC. I have no idea what it's going to be about at this point, but we'll
have something good.
It'll be a surprise for all of us.
Yes.
So, here's where you can listen to us. You can hear all of our episodes, plus our bonus DLC episodes, at patreon.com/WorldWarG.
Or you can listen to just the episode at worldwarg.podbeam.com or wherever you download your podcasts.
If you'd like to follow us on social media, you can find us at facebook.com/WorldWarG podcast. If you'd like to purchase our merch, you can head to worldwarg.myspreadshop.com.
Also, if you'd like to show your support for the podcast, the best way to do so is to rate, review, or share us.
So, this has been World War G. That has been AJ.
That has been Troy.
Stay geeky, my friends, and cowabunga, dudes.